Do I have to pivot this way, that way? A slight pivot or a major pivot? If you set your goals too low, guess what? You never pivot. You just go nowhere. You slowly end up settling into a life of mediocrity and averagism. That's what most people do. Versus setting these really robust goals. They stretch themselves, stretch themselves, and sometimes they achieve them, and they feel good about that, but their emotional investments in their vision, most of the times they don't. But the intelligence they gather by not achieving in terms of what was not working, what was working, allows them to try again, to change their approach and do the same thing again. And slowly but surely through this process of achievement and non-achievement, but stretch, you end up getting on this fucking roll that takes you to your vision. That's the way this really works in the real world. Goals by themselves have no power. Your emotional investment is in your vision. Every human being, and this you've heard me say, every human being is thirsty for a vision. Seriously, every human being wants one, and so few people have one. So what do? Well, they'll end up gravitating towards someone else who has a vision, and they'll buy into someone else's vision to help them achieve it. That's what ends up happening in the real world. So the question I have for you is, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a chief or an Indian? The chief is the visionary. The Indian is the one that follows the vision. And let me tell you something, there's nothing, by the way, there's some fucking really wealthy Indians out there. Just make sure that if you're buying into someone else's vision, that vision also has a pathway for you to live an amazing life yourself. There's nothing, I have a lot, my company, we have a vision, it's a vision I had, we're all part of it, and it's a vision that will empower everyone. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is don't go through life without a vision that will empower you as well.